Just taking the Magnum back to the junkyard. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be throwing the drivetrain back into the Magnum. I'm going to do exactly what I did before. Put it on the lift, drop the subframe, and then just roll this one underneath, bolt it in. Everything should be good to go. As you saw before, I painted the engine bay and it looks so much better than it did before. It's just a night and day difference. One thing I did was I welded everything into the interior. So it has the seat rails from the Challenger. Everything works extremely well. The seat bolts directly in there. And I mean, it is so nice that I can have a Challenger seat in there, or actually the new seats in there. And you can see now that there's actually room in between the headrest and the roof, and the headrest is actually up. So let's get this going. And hopefully by the end of this video, this Magnum is pretty much, the front of it's back together, with the exception of a few little things here and there. I'm really happy that I could put the intake and everything in now that the hole's cut and it doesn't look like garbage. I mean, that paint, whatever calcium stuff was on there before, just looks so bad. And this paint now, it's so nice. You can see that it's really deep maroon when there's no sun on it, just like the Hellcat. It's the same color. But when you get sun, it's just so nice. And it's kind of dusty because they're sanding at the body shop, but look at that. All right, so I'm not really sure how I'm gonna go from here, but I just kind of want to do an explanation. I just did a live stream. I'm not very happy right now. The reason being is this car, the Magnum, was like maybe 30 minutes from driving, and then so right now I'm not 100% sure if I can get any footage off of this GoPro, because this GoPro right here, the car bumper right here landed on the GoPro. So what happened, a lot of people seen cars fall off lifts on YouTube, and I don't know if I have the footage or not, because right now I can't look at it because the GoPro is pretty much done. And just from that, I'm not exactly sure what to say right now. So you've seen cars fall off lifts. I'm going to explain what happened, and it's pretty depressing, because I was going to lift it up, put the sway bar end links on, change the oil, lower it down, and then try to take it for put coolant in, try to take it for a test drive. So I lift it all the way up. Everything's going fine. I haven't taken it off the lift for a few days. It's been constantly on it. So I have it all the way up. I just set the lock. I see this arm right here. It just like rockets out from underneath the car. And then this arm back here, that whole side literally stayed. It like stayed where it was. And then this side like dropped. So then the front of the car tips forward, because this arm shoots out, because that side like drops down. And then this wheel and the bumper just literally like all the way up there, it's just like boom, hits the ground. I don't know, hopefully I have footage, but it just destroyed everything. I'm like trying not to cuss, because in my live stream I was, because I'm still mad, but I think I got it all out there. But so I think the suspension is on this side. I just put the new struts. I just literally put the new struts on there. Was gonna put the rears on too, and the wheel. I think the wheel's bad. You can see where it hit. Where's it at? I thought it blew the tire out. It hit so hard, but I don't know. So it hits the bumper and the wheel, because it's at like such a steep angle, and like at an angle, like it's like two angles, like coming down like this, but coming like this. So all the force lands on the wheel. So I'm sure there's some suspension damage. That's a lot of weight. And then this back arm finally catches the door, which I think that's what actually stopped it from like falling anymore. So it rips all of this. The door's actually surprisingly open and close pretty decent, and everything. It kind of crumpled that down there. I think that frame rail over there in the front is pushed that way a little bit, and then this must have hit. Oh, this hit this right here, and kind of messed it up. But this was already doing. I think it hit that because it went like this, but this was still up and that one was down. So this hit. No, this hit that, and then this over here was almost like if you can imagine how much this car would have to be turned for this right here to hit flat up there. So that hit flat up there to make this mark right here. So other than that, the hatch doesn't open anymore. It's pushed over that way, and this window got broken out, as you can see. What else? Oh, underneath the car is pretty much, there's like a big, where one of the arms like stabbed it underneath the car. You could you see that little hole, that light right there. that happened. What else? I don't know how much I need to go into this, because I don't want to make this like super long, and it's already pretty depressing because I was so close to having this done and making it my daily. And I just painted the engine bay. I don't know how to explain myself right now, because I just don't know. I guess the best thing to say is I'm lucky that it fell off right after I set the lock, then it falling off when I was going over here to the wheel, that it like hit the ground to put the sway bar end link on. I guess that's, I'm lucky that I wasn't under it and it didn't kill me. That's a good thing. But at the same time, I mean, I have so many hours. I just spent 3 whole days getting all the seat rails welded into the car. So I just spent 3 whole days getting the seat rails and everything welded into the car, the trans tunnel piece welded into the car. That was so much work. So many materials. The paint was so much, so much materials and paint and everything. And, just like how much I was enjoying building this car. And I just wanted to like actually be able to enjoy it. I guess that's what, I'm always over here working on stuff by myself, so nobody could really tell me that something's going wrong or something like that. So maybe I need some friends, I guess. I don't know exactly, but this this is pretty bad. You can see that the wheel is kind of cambered like this. I'm sure something's been up there. I don't know. I think somehow the AC condenser got bent. I'm not exactly sure how that happened. After doing all this work, to make everything fit nicely and not do a hack job, I should have just thrown it in and not worried about anything and just plugged in the ECU, got it to run. But now it's just disappointing. So what I'm gonna do is, if anybody that watches the video knows of a under $1,000 Magnum that's close to Colorado, it could be a V6 again like this was. I would like something was like this. This was actually a pretty decently clean car, other than the interior was gross. But like, I'm doing this, I'm gonna swap everything over again. It's unfortunate because now I can't do what I wanted to do with this car, and hopefully the project, I just need to find another Magnum. We'll get the 6.4 swapped into it, and I know this is probably gonna be kind of a depressing end of a video, but if you guys could, I guess, share the first couple Magnum videos, it would help me out quite a bit. And it's just one of those things. I guess you never know. This lift is super old. I don't know exactly how old it is, and that just goes to show you that anything can happen, and you just have to be really careful. 30 seconds later, I could have been dead. So it's just, I don't know how to explain it, but it's one of those things where you're just like so mad that like you have all this time. I have all this time invested into this car, so I could actually take it, enjoy it, and drive it and have fun with it, and then it's just pretty much like it all gets like taken away. So now I pretty much have to do everything that I did before, but this time I'm gonna need a whole like probably most of the passenger side suspension components, maybe a wheel. It might have been it. That tire looked like it was, I mean, it looked like it was like flat. And I need another Magnum. I'll need, if anybody's parting out a newer Charger or a Challenger, and they could just get me the trans tunnel piece and the seat rails, so I could do the same thing to the next Magnum, because I want to put the seats in there like I planned on this. I mean, it will just be a whole bunch more work to get this project done. I don't know. I could take this to the body shop and have them put it on the frame machine to see if when it hit the front bumper support, if it actually pushed stuff up, or if when the tire hit the ground, if it pushed anything over. It kind of looks like it did, but just eyeballing it right now isn't that great of a tool. So it's just pretty disappointing. I could do some stuff to the actual body if the chassis part is straight. So I guess I just really need to kind of walk away from it, I guess, right now would probably be the best thing. And maybe tomorrow or the next day, come back and kind of look everything over, try to decide what I'm going to do, if I'm going to take this over and have them put it on the frame machine to see exactly what happened to when it fell off the lift, and then I can kind of go from there. But really going from there is going to be a lot of work, because I'm going to have to fix so much stuff on the car. At that point, I might as well just reskin the doors, and this would be turning it into a project that I didn't really want this one to turn into, because I wanted to actually, I wanted to drive this within the next week. So now it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So if you guys, like I said before, if you know anybody that's selling one of these decently cheap, that's clean, like a clean exterior one, an 08 like I had, and I guess we'll just go from there. So if you like these videos, make sure to click the subscribe button. I know this one's kind of depressing, but I mean, it's kind of on a sad note, because this car just got destroyed for no reason at all. Give the video a thumbs up. Share the video with your friends, or actually share like the first Magnum video with your friends, or one of my, just, I don't know, share a Magnum video with your friends, or a video on my channel, and comment below. See you guys when I see you, I guess. Bye.